Alright, Derby Day, and we have a special winning post classic for you. Joining me is Anit and Aradhana. Got a chance to catch up with some of the trainers on the course itself. Let's get started right away. It is the Betway Pune Derby. It's a grade 1 race over 10 furlongs, and Coeur de Lion is number 1. Impressive in a last time out. That was a class 4, and this is a big jump in my mind. I think it'll be too big a bridge for him to cross.
Thank you, Mohit. Yes, great to be back, and we've got the Derby segment, and it promises to be an absolute humdinger, which is the Betway Pune Derby, Grade 1. Well, Mohit, for me, Coeur de Lion is the one that can actually come and spoil the apple cart. It'll be the biggest upset in the Betway Pune Derby. He's had 2 starts, came out and finished third in his first start and last outing. Came out and won over a mile, beating Zarak. I need to see if Coeur de Lion could actually come out and meet the class of horses that it's running with in the Betway Pune Derby.
Coeur de Lion, of course, who's running the Betway Pune Derby. Of course, he was an impressive winner last time out. That was a class 4, and this is a big jump. Can you tell us what makes him a grade 1 horse?
I'll tell you what, his first win was very impressive in Bombay. He left the field cold, and he did the same in Pune. He comes from a family of staying horses. Sweeping Star is the daughter of Sweeping Success, who had won the Indian Oaks. So I don't think staying would be a problem for him. Now, as to whether he will take these horses on, these horses are all meeting for the first time now. And let's see, let the better horse win now, I would say.
Right, Diff is clearly the one, number 2, who stays very well. But just 2 starts, and from his first start where he won to his second start, I didn't believe that he really made a big jump. He's a handy horse, a nice horse, and I think he'll continue to improve a little bit, but is he a grade 1 horse? Not in my mind.
2 is Diff, a very highly thought of 3-year-old. Cougar Mountain out of Soak is that 2 starts, came out and won its first start over 1800 meters, Mohit, and that was a very impressive win. Last outing was over 2000, where it finished on second behind Fortunate Son.
So he won his first race impressively. That was over 1800 meters. The next outing, I thought he was caught short on experience. He was all over the place. It was obviously an open company race, and by the time he got his rhythm and got going, the race was over. But he finished a nice second, finishing on. So stamina is not a problem. He's gone the distance. I've given him a mock race after that, just to sort of sharpen him up and get him a little more educated in terms of racing. He is an immature horse, and he's coming into his own now. He's definitely going to put up a much better show than he did last time.
Alright, number 3, Emperor Roderick. Now, he's one who actually was impressive last time out. He didn't settle, tossed his head all about, but yet when they straightened up, he stretched away nicely and looked like really, and that was a graded race, so he certainly got the form. Now, over 10 furlongs, much will depend on how he settles, even though he did look like a stayer, because in my mind, one of the question marks I have is on his pedigree. His dam was a 5 furlong winner, and his siblings, including a full sibling, have been sprinters. Maybe he's, maybe he's just different from them, but I do like him.
Number 3, Mohit, is Emperor Roderick. That's the one that we all need to keep an eye on. Suraj Maredu's got the mount. He's an absolute magician, isn't he? So Roderick O'Connor out of mind forever. Has done nothing wrong this season. He's had 2 starts, came out and finished second in its first start over 7 furlongs. Last outing over a mile, went on to win that race by a length and a half by beating Great Guns. I think that's the one that you really need to watch out for.
So you have Emperor Roderick. Now, he seemed to toss his head over a mile last time out, and considering that his dam and so far she has only had sprinters. Now, are you convinced he'll see out the trip, and who do you think you have to beat in this race?
Well, I think he'll get the 1.25 miles. He's by Roderick O'Connor. So he should get the 1.25 miles. I don't see a problem. And he really went off in front through the race last time is because the pace became a bit slow. And he enjoyed it. So he has a high cruising speed, so there was no real reason for him to sit at the back. And I think he'll get this 1.25 miles. He'll run a big race. He's very well.
Alright, number 4, Fortunate Son won a class 4 very well, and off that, people were already speaking of him as the next Derby winner. I was disappointed after that when he lost to an older horse in class 3. I just feel he's not a grade 1 horse either.
Force Fortunate Son has had a very impressive and a decent season, Mohit. 3 starts this season, came out and won its first 2 outings. The last outing finished second over 2,000 meters behind Botero. That's NS Parmar's mount. We got to wait and watch as to what Fortunate Son has in store for us in the Betway Pune Derby.
Botero and Rasputin, who are confirmed stayers, and they are good horses. They are actually class 2 horses, and I was taking them on. I had thrown him into the deep end, and to see whether he really stays or he just won a maiden race for 2,000 meters that doesn't qualify him to run the derby. So I threw him at the deep end, and he has performed pretty well. He stayed on well, and I'm pretty pleased with that run. Though he was second, he kept on going. So I'm sure that he'll stay the distance.
All right, Kalamitsi has travelled over to Pune from Bangalore, and in his last start, he does have a kilo and 4 lengths to make up on Emperor Roderick. He also has to defend 3.5 lengths on Dangerous, as well as now giving Dangerous being at a disadvantage of 1.5 kilos from that last start. He's not out of it, but I'm gonna look past him.
Number 5 is Kalamitsi, the Bangalore challenger. Mohit, winner legend out of Practically Perfect, is at 1 start where it finished on 3rd over a mile, where the winner there was Emperor Roderick. Why Srinath has got the mount, and it's the final entry in the Betway Pune Derby. So obviously they have a plan up their sleeve. You just got to wait and watch as to what is the plan and what Kalamitsi does in the Pune Derby.
If it was all mathematics, then everybody would have been a multimillionaire. It's not mathematics. It's about how the races run, the condition, the underfoot conditions, how the horses feel well. Having said that, I think the horse there to beat is King's Ransom. So whatever mathematics everyone is going to apply, I think that's the horse, because I think the summer form is very good form. The summer form, the horses that ran the summer derby are, I think, probably better than most of the other horses all over the country, with all due respect to all the other horses.
All right, Wall Street, 1 start, 1 win, very impressive. But with no black type runner in that race, form is yet to be proven. In fact, the form isn't suggesting anything at all. I think it's too soon for him. I think he's in the deep end. I don't think he's going to enjoy this race at all against some much more seasoned horses.
Number 6 is Wall Street, is at 1 start this Pune season. Again, a very highly and spoken about 3-year-old from the Malaysia Naredu stable. Yash Naredu has got the mount. Is at 1 start over 2,000 meters and went on to win that race by 5.25 lengths, beating Kiefer. And what a start that was in its career. I don't know whether he'll be able to meet the class. We've got to wait and watch, but surely stands out and should be there in the mix of things as well in the Betway Pune Derby.
He was a very impressive winner for the first time out, ran a 3-year-old in a 1.25 mile race, and he won very well. He's a very well bred horse, and I strongly believe that he stays very well, and he has the class. The only thing is that his race is coming a bit early with the lack of experience to him, but we are hoping for the best, keeping our fingers crossed.
All right, let's come to the first of 2 fillies. Dangerous is rumored to have been under a cloud. I heard she had fever, but I've not verified that, so please do that yourself. And despite the news that she's back, she's working very well, and a lot of information is coming out on her. I believe a setback like that, if it's true, does take a lot out of a horse. She'll find it difficult, in my mind, to come back so quickly. I'm looking beyond her.
7 is Dangerous from the Adhiraj Singh stable. Adhiraj is surely firing guns all out this season. He's done pretty well. His horses are firing. You got to wait and watch as to what Dangerous has to offer. Is that 1 start in the Pune season over a mile, finished on 5th, but before that ran 2nd in the Bangalore Fillies. So you can't discard Dangerous. Surely is dangerous and can be dangerous in the Betway Pune Derby.
Well, she was. I was preparing her for the Hyderabad 1000 guineas. She was supposed to go and run there, but she spiked a fever for a day, and then she was a little dull after that. So we cancelled that program, and we rerouted her to the SA Pune All A Million. She was looking well and she worked nicely, but a fever always takes a bit out of the horse, and I couldn't get a mock race in as well. So she was running for the first time after a long layoff in Pune without a prep run or a mock. She has come on, she's stronger, she's worked well, she's very fresh, and CS Jodha, who rides her practically every day, is quite happy with her.
Alright, finally King's Ransom's got the most compelling form, and coming into this race in my mind is a genuine grade 1 horse. I probably would have had her as my first pick, but my concern is how ready is she, considering that she hasn't run since the Bangalore Derby. Just for that, I'm going to go Emperor Roderick, King's Ransom, Dangerous.
8 is King's Ransom, multi-dimensional out of China Creek, Mohit. P.S. Chauhan has got the mount from the champion trainer stable, Pacey Shroff. Is that once the last outing was pretty unlucky in the Bangalore Derby, where it finished second behind its stablemate, who was the actual winner in the Bangalore Derby. That was Supernatural. So we got to wait and watch as to what King's Ransom has in store, but I'm sure he's right at the top of things, and we got to wait and watch whether he's going to come out on top and win the Betway Pune Derby. But my selections in the Betway Pune Derby mode will be King's Ransom first, Wall Street second, and Div third.
Alright, and there you have it. Let's hope you have a good day. Let's hope you find plenty of winners, and of course let's hope the Derby works out well for you. Thank you for joining me, and till I see you again, good luck. May the horse be with you.